winter season is spiraling to a close. The dormant season, or the winter season, has served its wonderful purpose. Hibernation, introspection, regenerating, re-energizing, taking that time to slow down. However, dormancy is not meant to follow us into the next season. So in order to prepare for this coming of spring, I am going to be entering into a 10-day fast in order to intentionally set my body, my mind, and my spirit for the coming new year, the astrological new year, spring, right? That's when the new year truly is. This is not anything about weight loss. This has nothing to do with punishing myself or anything like that. This is all about intentional use of time and the closing of a season, witnessing the closing of a spiral, because everything spirals up. Nothing is linear. There's no cutoff date. You know, we like to have cutoff dates for stuff. However, it is a spiral. It's something that moves gently, and over time it gradually ends. So I want to make sure that I am transitioning well and transitioning into the blossom of spring as my highest and best self. So the dormant season is meant to slow us down. It is a time where we are conserving energy. It's a time where reflection increases, where we look inward, focus on what it is that we were learning, what it is that we are wanting to do for ourselves moving forward, and things like that. This is all exactly as creation is designed, right? This has nothing to do with weakness. Dormancy is intelligent. However, it is meant to be seasonal. It's meant to be temporary. It's not something that we're meant to perpetually carry on with us. So if we do carry on the dormant season with us, or if we don't close the door with intention, some things that can happen is we can have lingering sluggishness or mental fog, emotional residue, things like that can linger. We can take old habits with us instead of the new person or the new habits that we want to cultivate, the person that we really want to be. We bring the past with us into the present, into the future. So if you don't close the season intentionally, you will carry your baggage with you unconsciously. So I fast because fasting is a tool. Not only is it amazing healing practice, it is a tool for spiritual realignment, emotional clarity. It removes the constant inputs that the body is getting. It helps to sharpen your awareness, and it reveals your patterns, right? Fasting resets my relationship that I have to hunger, and the constant stimulation that I get, that dopamine of filling my taste buds, not even always my stomach. Sometimes we just eat because we want the taste of food, right? It's not necessarily about the fact that we are actually trying to nourish ourselves. So not only does fasting remove toxins, it also reveals the certain attachments that we have to food and other things, because when you're not so focused on filling your stomach, so much else becomes clear to you at the same time. So I want to mention a couple things that this is not. So this is not about weight loss. This 10-day fast is not about weight loss. This goes way beyond detox culture, although this is the perfect time to detox, and there is a multifaceted, multi-layered reason to do fasting now here in February. This goes beyond that. So we want to make sure that we are staying in the right mental framework about intentionally closing, intentionally moving forward at the highest and best that we can be. And this is not for anyone who is breastfeeding. This is not for anyone who is currently pregnant. If you are currently already underweight, this is not for you. And if you have a history of any type of eating disorder, please, this is not for you either. If you have any type of current medical condition or chronic illness or anything like that, although fasting can be an amazing healing modality, please do your own research for yourself. Please speak and consult with your physician. All of this information that I will be presenting in the next couple of videos is all for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not speaking as a medical professional. So when we think about the renewing of spring, the renewal of spring, right? Renewal is, when it comes to fasting specifically, renewal is about the clearing of hunger cues. It's about the clearing of unconscious eating habits. Renewal is about sharper focus, because when your body is not so busy digesting, and the body takes hours and hours to digest certain things. So when the body is not spending hours a day digesting, then you have more energy for mental clarity, for emotional clarity, right? We have emotional steadiness. Renewal means emotional steadiness when it comes to fasting. Renewal is spiritual quiet, spiritual clarity. It is about entering spring in a lighter, fuller awareness, not just a smaller in body, right? It's not just about how your body looks. It is about so much more when you do it with intention. I invite anyone who is ready and willing to do this 10-day fast with me. I will share with you how I will be preparing for the fast over the next week or so. I will document for you the beginning, the middle, and the end of it. I will not be making videos all throughout, as it is a time for me to reflect. It is a time for me to slow down. It is not a time for me to be performing and making a whole bunch of content. So if you do decide to do this with me, please do so responsibly. And if you decide not to do this, if this is not the right time for you, then I hope you still see these videos, this series, as a time of reflection or inspiration for you for when you're ready in the future. I specifically, women can only fast during 2 times of their cycle. During days 1 through 10 and during days 16 through 19. So for me, my days 1 through 10 are supposed to start around February 21st, Saturday, February 21st. And that means I will be breaking this fast on March 3rd. So anyone who is available, ready, willing, and wanting to do this with me, I look forward to encouraging each other and closing this dormant season with intention.